Alright, what is up guys, and welcome back to the channel. Thank you for stopping in, and if you're new, make sure to go down below and subscribe to the channel. But today, as you can tell in the title, we're going to be doing a little broadhead sharpening. Now, I've been shooting these broadheads to tune them, and I've just been using the same one. That way I don't, dull up all of them, so I only have to sharpen one rather than a bunch of them. But yeah, so this is the one that we're going to sharpen, and I'll show you guys some up-close videos of how dinged up this thing actually is, because it is so bad. Like, I didn't realize how bad it was until I looked at it. But like, look, now don't do that with sharp broadheads, but like, they are not sharp at all. Like, I'm pushing pretty hard, and like, it's not even digging into my finger whatsoever. So what you're gonna need for this is a couple stones. So I have this stone, which has got a fine side. Now I don't know like the grits and textures of all of these, but it's got a hard side, which is what we're gonna like rough in the edge with, and then a little bit of a smoother side. And then we have this, which is like super smooth, and then we have 1,000 grit sandpaper. So we're gonna start with the coarse, and then less coarse, and then less coarse, and then the sandpaper. So yeah, I'll get a couple shots of the broadhead and then we'll get into it. Alright, so here's what we're going to start with. Obviously you guys saw how banged up those broadheads were. So we're going to start with, I don't like using the really coarse side, but in this case scenario, I think I really need it because these are pretty bad. So basically what I'm going to do, if you want to bring the camera in close, is just kind of put the edge of it, just like that. And you can get replacement blades for this. It's just, I really don't feel like doing that right now. So just take it on there. And these are, I'm just dry sharpening these. So take it on like 4 or 5 times, because then you at least got the burr folded over. And then just do that on all of them on one side and then all of them on the other. Alright, so now that we kind of got the edge roughed in, and they're significantly sharper than what they were, but they're still very dull. So we're going to take it to the side that's just a little bit finer. And we're going to do the same thing on it, just each side of the broadhead, 5 or 6 times. But each side of the broadhead 5 or 6 times. And then it'll be significantly sharper than what it was the last time, and then we just keep doing this process over and over again until all of them are as sharp as we want them. And I typically like to have mine at least to where they'll like shave hair. I know a lot of guys like to have theirs a little bit more sharp than that even, but as long as it's shaving hair, I'll be happy. And it should be like that after we finish this process on each side. Alrighty, so now we're going to move on to the next stone. And actually I'm going to get this one wet, and I'm going to wet the broadhead a little bit before I do this. So I'll just wet this stone off camera. But my dog kind of wants some attention, I think. Sydney, look at camera.
Sid!
But either way, we're going to wet this stone up, and then we're going to start doing the same process on this. Okay guys, so I already sharpened 2 of the blades just so I could show you what I've been doing. So basically the 1,000 grit sandpaper, that just really hones and polishes the edge and makes sure that the burr of the blade is right on the end. So you guys should be able to tell. If not, I'll definitely get some up close. But do you see how this right here is just mirror shiny versus this? You can still see some scuffs in it. This right here is what you want, and this is sharp enough that it'll shave hairs. So here, getting up close here, and we'll just, now obviously the angle of this is kind of tough, but there's your hairs right there that it's shaving off, but this broadhead still has a little ways to go, so I'm still gonna do the same processes on it just until it cuts like this one right here. And like I said, these are kind of hard to just get the angle. But there's a little bit of hairs on that one as well, and there's hairs in between my fingers and I pick them up. So that's pretty much how I like to have my broadheads, just enough so they'll shave hair. But like I said, with these 3-blade trocars, it's kind of hard to get them at the right angle to shave hair and not accidentally slice yourself. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and finish this one up, and then show you guys how they look. Alright guys, that is going to do it for this video. If you liked it, give it a big thumbs up. That would really help me out. And stay tuned for some new deer hunting videos that are coming up starting next week. And hopefully you learned something from this video and you can use it in your hunting tactics. And I wish you guys the best of luck this fall. And I'll see you guys in the next one.